The hate army troll.
It's the hate army, bro.
The hate army, that guy.
Hate army.
Hate army general.
Doing
the
hate army shit.
Good vibes to the hate army.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for hate. Shout out for hate.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. We've got a lot to talk about today. This is actually probably going to be kind of a historic show in a lot of ways. After my having a very short segment yesterday about him, apparently LTG has done a lengthy response to what I talked about on the show the other day. I have not fully seen it yet, and we're going to watch it together live on today's podcast. We got a lot going on right now. We really do. I start to get messages saying, did you hear what LTG just said about you? He's going on a big rant about you on his stream, and he's going off on you, and he's ripping you a new asshole, and he's really, going in. And I was like, first of all, I was very confused, because I'm like, so he's insulting me. That's what people are saying. Like, he's basically, like, really insulting you badly on his stream. And I kind of scratched my head saying, like, why would he do that? Because when I talked about him on this show yesterday, and if you didn't see it, it's still live here on the channel, or all my haters literally clipped it. Like, it was like a 20 minutes talking about a stream of his that I watched the other night. And again, when I was talking about this, I was not attacking LTG. I was not saying anything real personal about him at all. I was just being kind of neutral, right? Like, I was asking genuine questions of my chat about his content and about his rankings in Street Fighter 6 and about how he, how it operates, because I was kind of fascinated. I'd never seen any content of his before, so it was confusing to me how he operated and all of that. And I was just trying to absorb, like everybody else, and I, did I say a few negative things? Yeah, I did. I said I didn't like his stream layout and stuff like that. But I didn't go in on the guy. In fact, I would say I agreed with a lot of the stuff he was saying about the game. The jab, jab, jab thing. How a lot of characters can just mash jab online. It's very scrubby, and it seems to be a lot of stuff, and I don't like that. And he hates it too. So it was confusing to me because I don't recall saying anything that would have been, like, inflammatory in my video. It wasn't like I was calling him out or insulting him. I was just very quickly and honestly telling my thoughts about his stream. And I even said, I think, after watching his stream, I was like dying to comment on it. And it's not just him, but anyone who plays Street Fighter 6. Like, now I'm like so into the game. I was like, do you think you guys as an audience would enjoy watching me comment on Street Fighter 6 gameplay? And a lot of people were like, yeah, that might be something we'd like to see in the future. So essentially, it's that simple. Like, that's all it was. I wasn't insulting the dude or anything like that. I didn't think that there would be anything too inflammatory there. I mean, I don't know. But apparently, yeah, it was the opposite. Like, he took these as all personal insults, and apparently he went in on me. So we're going to watch that live on this very show. I know I've never done anything like that on the Level 1 podcast before. I have a whole React channel for reacting, but we're going to do it on the show this morning. Why? Because I want to do it live, get it out of the way, because we're going to focus on Rashid today. You know me, I'm not going to focus on drama all day long. I just want to play the game today and have that be what we're talking about. And I don't want every possible person coming in here talking about this nonsense today. I'm already going to give my thoughts on it, all right, by the time that we get to Street Fighter 6. Fair enough? Well, that's just wrong. Black Mage 2MG says, LTG has a better rating than you, but you offered to teach him how to play. He is 2-star diamond. My Blanca is 4-star diamond. What are you talking about? He has two characters. He has LP and he has Marisa, right? His LP is 2-star diamond, and his Marisa is 1-star diamond. I have multiple characters who are in diamond, 4-star diamond Blanca. I've got Luke at 1-star diamond. I got both. Well, first of all, my Honda's diamond, which is hilarious because he shouldn't be, but he's diamond. And I got characters like Ryu, Zangief, and Lily who are all on the precipice of hitting diamond if I just do another segment with, or another session with them. So you're just factually wrong. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Anyway, so I think we're going to do it. This is what everyone wants. What's hilarious is we have 509 people on my stream. I guarantee you the Restreamers probably have thousands of viewers right now. I guarantee. In fact, anyone want to check that? I'm just curious. Can you guys tell me how many people are actually watching? And by the way, hello, Restreamers. I know you guys are here every morning. You guys clipped the LTG thing from yesterday. In your defense, I don't think that anyone actually kind of misrepresented what I said. I think you guys actually accurately kind of represented it. I mean, you always use the clickbait tags, which is stupid, but I think people actually just kind of clipped it and put it out there. And then I guess LTG responded negatively, which makes no sense because really I didn't say anything bad about him, but who are the Restreamers? I'm not going to say their names. I'm not that stupid. I'm not that stupid, but I know right now, literally, they have probably thousands of people watching, right? Anyway, all right, so, look up their streams and embarrass them? Why? Why? They will always exist. They're never going to go away, and the more attention you give those people, it's like the Hydra. You chop off one head and 27 more sprout. So you don't want to, you know. I know they're always going to exist. There's nothing I can do about it. According to YouTube and according to, I guess, to a judge, it's legal to do what they do. So, I mean, I guess, do it. More power to you. If it's legal, I guess go for it. Might not be morally right, but you do what you do, right? And like I said, I actually don't feel like anyone misrepresented me. They always put the clickbait titles. Like, oh, Phil slams LTG's layout. I mean, I didn't slam it. I criticized it for sure. I didn't slam it. I mean, oh my God. Okay, are you ready? I just looked at my TV. I just looked at my TV. All right, guys. So you see my stream layout, correct? It's my webcam, border, and a leaderboard. That's what I have on my stream layout. Now, when I'm doing gameplay, what do I have? Me and a camera and the leaderboard. And that's it. Like, that's my layout. All right, are you ready for this? I can't wait for this. I can't wait to show you this. This is great. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you... Well, that's not it. To LTG's layout. Here it is. Wow. Nice and clean. Right? Wow, it's just... Immediately, I know exactly where to look and what's going on this stream. Like, wow, that's just amazing. Whew. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, you know, it's nice, spiffy, shining stream. Look at that. I mean, do I really have to say a word about his stream layout? You know? Now, listen, more power to him. Do whatever you want. A lot of people are successful with different stream layouts. But, like, for me, right? For me, when I'm doing my own streaming, okay, I want to make it, like, 95% about the game. Really. Like, that's the focus of me streaming, is the game. That's the purpose of me having a stream, is there's a game going on, right? Like, we're doing the podcast. Okay, guess what's the main thing? My webcam. Why? Because that's the focus of it's a podcast. It's me talking. But if we're going to be gaming, I want it to be about the game. He puts his game into this, like, tiny box. And then there's chats all over the place. Now, by the way, technically this is a restream. All right, we're watching an archive of a restream. What's the name of this guy? Izzy Jones 19, who basically he was restreaming LTG. So I actually think what I'm blocking with my camera right now, I think is not LTG stream. Is that correct? I think that his stream is the whole like everything here to the left of my camera is his stream. Correct? Like that's where it cuts off. This chat here under the camera is not his, right? I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is, right? That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, how many restreams are we looking at? Well, we're going to be watching a restream, but now there's people that are restreaming this stream. So if you're watching a restreamer restream my stream, but I'm watching a restream of LTG stream, so that would be, there's LTG stream, the restreamer, I'm watching, and then someone else is watching. So that's quadriception. There's inception, doubleception, triception, and quadriception. A quadriception stream. A stream within a stream within a stream within a stream. It's very exciting. It just sounds like something else. It sounds like contraception, but it's not. It's quadriception. I swear. Okay. Anyway. We're going to start. By the way, Beef just did a $2 super chat, and he's shouting someone out. Oh, is he shouting out this guy? He is. He's shouting out this guy. I guess his name is IMMO342. I don't know. Listen, I'm a newcomer to all of this. I don't watch LTG. I don't watch his restreamers. I know nothing about it. All right? So whoever this is, whatever. And thank you to 672 who did a super chat. He says LTG is a fan of the British Broadcasting Corporation. Oh, excellent. I'm sure he loves Downton Abbey, right? I think that's his favorite show. That's what I've heard anyway. So there you go. Well, anyway, Beef, you're the latest super chatter. All right. We're going to get into this. You ready? So how long is this clip? Because I said I skimmed through it, but I didn't actually watch it. I just skimmed through it. He was like insulting how I looked. 10 minutes. All right. Well, you know me. When I react to stuff, it takes a long time. So let's get into it. All right. Let's begin. Let's see how the volume level is, by the way. Hold on. I don't know how loud this is going to be. Now, remember, we're watching a Restreamer, so you're going to hear the Restreamer talking too, as well as LTG. All right. So let's see.
react to what who said about me. He watched what?
Here we go.
Yo, no matter how much you guys try to push it, there will never be an interaction between me and DSP. There's no ties there. We're not in the same correlation of anything. We're not in the same media space. Nothing. Like,
I told you.
That's the Restreamer saying, I told you, I told you. Okay.
Why y'all keep trying to push that narrative?
He's gonna make fun of the way he looks. He's gonna make fun that he's white. He's gonna make fun of his goatee. He's gonna make fun of his receding hairline. He's gonna make fun of that he's almost, you know, like old as shit.
So wow, this Restreamer knows LTG so well that he's actually calling out everything he's about to do on his stream. Remember, this is live, so this is his predictions. Let's see if he's correct. I wonder if he's correct.
I didn't say it, bro, because I know that's...
Annan, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Perpy Werpy, thank you for the 4 months. Yeah, stop trying to push that narrative. I don't give a fuck if he wants to match with me or not.
What narrative is he talking about? Stop trying to push that narrative. What narrative did people say there is? Because remember, yesterday on this very show, which you can watch, or you can watch all the Restreamer clips of it, I literally just said, I watched his content for the first time. I didn't like his stream layout. I think it's kind of busy. There's stuff all over the place. It's confusing. And I wish that there was more of the game on the screen. And I thought that the chat was mostly making fun of him. I didn't see the purpose in having the chat on the screen because it was people like making fun of him. I also said that it was weird to me that he was only 2-star diamond if he's been playing the game since launch, right? What else? Geez, let's see. I agreed with most of the stuff he said about the game, right? I said, most of his critiques about the game I completely agreed with 100%, right? What else? I'm just trying to think, like, what narrative was? There was no narrative. My narrative was, first time watching, I was fascinated, and I wanted to learn more about it because I was trying to figure it out. Oh, I guess I said that, it was weird because he had 2,000 viewers on his stream, but it didn't seem like he had 2,000 viewers because his stream chat wasn't, like, flying by like someone who has 2,000 viewers. And in addition, I didn't really see, like, contributions coming in, which is confusing. If you have 2,000 viewers, why are you not having anyone contribute to your stream? It's odd. And I said, I hope that it's not that he has all hate watchers who just sit there to make fun of him. But it seemed like that because his chat was making fun of it. You see? That's not a narrative. That's an observation. So I have no idea what this narrative is. All right, let's see. Let's find out.
My services cost.
Huh?
I don't give a fuck if he was talking crazy or not. How can somebody that was too scared to do a podcast for 50 bands talk crazy about me? Nigga, all you have to do is just sit there with your fucking porn goatee.
Told you.
And just talk.
You mentioned the goatee.
And you didn't want a free 50 bands? Like, bro, don't talk to me, bro.
So what is he... Wait, so hold on. Because I decided I didn't want to be on a podcast run by Keemstar, right? He doesn't want to talk to me. What? What does that have to do with anything? What is my... first of all, podcast offer that never existed. I was never even offered the money. I already talked to this guy. I was blue in the face. I don't want to deal with Keemstar and do any business with him, right? I don't want to be on any show that's called the Lol Cowcast because it's disrespectful. It's not beneficial to me or my audience. I'm not going to take 50 grand from Keemstar and be indebted to this guy for the rest of my life and have to basically be his slave. I mean, I can keep going on and on and on. It wasn't, just sit here like a lump, right, and do nothing. And just fucking, receive 50K. It's ridiculous. It's not what it was going to be. But what does this have to do with him? And what does it have to do with anything between us? I'm lost. How does that really? Like, well, how does that have any relation to anything, right? Oh.
Like, a man that doesn't hit the gym daily or
Told
weekly, you can't speak to me. On top of that, if you're not properly groomed, you can't speak to me. On top of that, if your voice box and vocal cords never deepen, you can't speak to me.
Told you,
if you're
bro.
still rocking a goatee in 2023, you can't speak to me. If you're 5 foot something, you can't speak to me.
What? Whoa. That's a lot to unpack right there. That was a ton. That was like rapid fire. All right, so what do you say first? If you don't hit the gym daily, you can't speak to me. Okay, it's a little weird. So if someone's not, like, up to your standards of physical fitness, they can't even speak to you. If someone has, like, they're not groomed or they have an ugly goatee in 2023, you can't speak to me? What? Why do you care about someone's personal grooming or facial hair? What does that have to do with anything, and why does that matter to you? And what was the other thing that he said? He said something. What was the third thing he said? He said 3 things. I missed the other one. Guys, what was the other thing that he said? He said, oh, the height. He says, if you're 5 foot something, don't speak to me. I'm literally like 5'11" and a half, right? I used to tell people I was 6 feet tall, but then I realized it's kind of stupid. Like, I'm not ashamed of my height. So I tell everyone technically I'm 5'11", right? So I'm what, half an inch below 6 feet. I can't speak to him like because of a half an inch. What are you talking about? Like, huh? What? This is very confusing to me now, all right? First of all, my comments about the man were about his stream, right? And about his ranking in Street Fighter 6, correct? I talked about his criticisms of the game, which I agreed with. He comes back at me with, you're unkept, right? Like you're not groomed well enough. You have, you don't work out. You don't have I don't like your facial hair, and you're short. Are we? Really disconnect here, I feel. Like, it seems like we're talking about 2 different things. Why is he so hung up about how I look? Right? Like, everything he just said is about my looks, my height, my physical fitness, and my facial hair grooming. Why does he care about how I look? It's a little odd, isn't it? Why does this man care about why another man streamer looks? Like, what's going on there? I'm a little confused. All right. Well, let's continue. Oh, that's right. He said my voice. Listen, my voice I can't do anything about. I've had a more high-pitched voice my whole life. When I first started streaming, the first thing people said when I was on camera was, oh my God, we had no idea you looked like that because we heard your voice and you sounded like you were like a skinny Poindexter nerd, and we thought that's exactly what you were going to be. So people outright thought, well, you're going to look like James Rolfe. You're going to look like the angry video game nerd when you get on camera. And then when I did, and I looked how I did, people were like, we had no clue that's what you would look like because your voice doesn't seem to fit your body. Listen, I can't make my voice sound any deeper or any, you know what I mean? Nothing I can do about that. So that's kind of silly, but hey, if you think I have an annoying voice, I guess there's not much I can really do about that, right? But I guess my question is, why does that bother him so much? And what in the holy hell does that have to do with anything that I said about him yesterday? All right, and we're only a minute in, so 2 minutes in. Let's continue.
If you never upgraded your camera quality to pristine for your audience, you can't fucking speak to me.
Wait. What? If I didn't upgrade my camera quality to pristine, you can't speak to me. Do you see my camera right? Hold on a second. Here's my camera. Hold on. Actually, let's do a little experiment, shall we? Let's do a little, you guys ready for this one? So here's my camera, and here's LTG's camera. Let's look at them side by side. Which camera looks better, guys? Which camera has the better lighting? Which camera has the better quality? Right? I mean, you know what? I'll even be fair, because I'm not sure that he's doing HD. So you know what? Let's be fair about this, right? Let's actually do this. Just to be fair, I want to be fair. I'm not going to be a jerk about it, right? He might be doing 480p. So let's actually downgrade my video quality to 480p, right? All right, so now, once again, here we are. We're literally side by side, correct? Whose camera is better? Who has the better lighting? Who has the better camera? What are you talking about? Now, here's the thing. Here's what I get. Here's what I think is going on. I don't think this guy cares about me, which is fine. He shouldn't have to care about me. You shouldn't have to care about any other streamer. He's talking shit about things that he used to know about me. Like, for example, if this was a year ago, literally what he just said absolutely applies. For sure. Right? For sure. My camera quality was absolute ass. I was using the same webcam for like a decade. But in the last year, I upgraded my camera quality, I upgraded my lighting, my setup behind me, I upgraded my capture device. My footage, my video footage looks better than his. If you watch our raw gameplay back side by side, this stuff is really exactly this. You know what I mean? It's identical, if not better. Look at our cameras. Like, what is he talking about here? I have no idea. I literally have no idea what he's talking about at all, right? Like, I'm confused. I think he's talking about what he's been told, right? Or what he knows from the past. But what he's saying is completely outdated. Like, if you had said that a year ago, I'd say, yeah, you're right. My camera used to be shit. But I completely upgraded my setup on purpose after years of criticism. Everyone's saying, dude, your camera looks like shit. Everything looks like shit. So I purposefully did everything get better in the last year. We haven't seen there's been like a big turnaround in my quality of all my content. So I don't know. I think, again, So why does he care so much about how I look? That's really bizarre to me. Like, why does he care about another man's looks? And why is he criticizing my camera? Obviously, he's not prepared for this response because he doesn't understand that my camera is actually better than his. Okay, let's continue.
Yo, we are not on the same level. We are not in the same space. I'm low tier God. I don't even know what the fuck a DSP is, bro. Stop trying to push that narrative.
What narrative? I don't know what narrative he's talking about. What narrative was there about us? I don't even know what the narrative is. I'm lost. Right? I'm completely lost. If someone could explain this narrative he keeps mentioning, pushing a narrative, I don't know what the narrative is. I wasn't aware there was a narrative at all. You know, I've agreed with him over the years. I don't think we're the same. I don't know why people say he's the black DSP or whatever. That doesn't make sense. You know, maybe ages ago there could have been a comparison with the way that we criticized fighting games when we played them, but I don't see the comparison today. He's right. We're not in the same space. I think the people who are watching him are completely different from the people who are watching me. I don't think that's the same group of people. I don't even think there's an overlap, right? So I'm lost too there. But I don't know why that there's like a narrative here between us, and he keeps mentioning it like I'm bringing up. I don't remember bringing up a narrative, right? So
Seriously, stop trying to push that narrative.
what narrative?
If I was him, I would literally focus on trying to rebuild my brand. Like, hit the gym, get hair transplant surgery, or wear hats 24/7 on stream. Stop wearing a pussy-ass, pussy-face goatee. Like, you know what a goatee looks like on people? Pussy hair. It's not even crispy lined up, bro.
What? Again, what is he talking about? Why does he care about what facial hair I have? What does that have to do with him at all? How is it personally an affront to him and his existence that I have facial hair he doesn't like? Like, what is he speaking of? The other funny part is he says it's like a patchy, unlined up goatee. My goatee is perfectly lined up and fine, but it's all white hair, so it looks like shit because I have white hair on my face. But that's because I'm not afraid of embracing my age. You know, I'm 41 years old. I'm getting older. I'm going to look older. I'm going to get white hairs. It's something that naturally happens. It's not something to be ashamed about as you get older. You shouldn't act like you're peripherally a 20-year-old. You're not going to be eternally 20 years old. You have to understand that. You have to accept that, right? You're going to get older. You're going to become more wise. You're going to become an elder statesman, as they say. And you can accept that, and you can pretend forever like you're some youth and live in denial. I don't live in denial. I know I'm older. I know I'm no spring chicken. I also know I'm not very good looking. I just told you guys the other day, all right, on my stream, how I have a very bad self-image in my head of myself. I don't ever feel like I look good. Even when people outright tell me, my wife tells me, you guys will tell me, God, Phil, you look good, right? You actually look good today. Or, you know, oh, look, you're wearing a different shirt style recently, and we like that, and this and that. I don't believe I look good. You understand that? Like, I actually always think I look like shit. I wake up and I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, I'm disgusted at myself. But that's how I've always been. I've had a bad self-image because a lot of messed up stuff that happened to me when I was younger. So I don't really give a shit about my goatee being perfect or whatever. Why is this guy so hung up on how you look, your self-image? Like, it seems like that's his whole thing, no? Like, if that's so important to him, right? Why is his whole embodiment of existence about how people look? That's a little odd to me. Like, you don't have anything else that you think matters in life? How about having a conversation with someone? Oh, well, if you're ugly, I'm not going to talk to you. What? I mean, what kind of vain existence is that, Jasper? Please relax. What kind of a vain existence is that you only speak to people who you find attractive? Right? Like, I'm very confused. Let's keep going. All right? Because I'm starting to formulate something in my head now. I really am. All right? I'm starting to formulate something in my head. But let's keep going with this. Okay? Let's see where he goes with this.
Stop rocking a pussy hair, fucking creepy, older white man goatee. Like,
so what do you want me to do? I'm an older white man. What should I do? Should I fucking get a face? Should I shoot Botox into my face, shave my face, you know, to try to look like I'm 20 years old again? Like, what's the point of that? Like, how does that benefit my stream, by the way? Because what I'm talking about is streaming. This dude's talking about how I look. I wasn't aware that I was going out to, like, modeling agencies or trying to get an acting job. I'm a streamer, dude. I'm trying to put out content for a streaming audience. That's what I'm all about. Having fun with video games. I don't care about how I look, nor does my audience, by the way. So I don't know where he's really getting all this from.
oh, get your shit clean. Wear the full beard or something. Who the fuck still rocks goatees?
Who cares about a full beard or a
I
goatee?
literally don't see anybody with a goatee. The only people that have goatees are fucking the guy you guys just mentioned, DSP and fucking Robert Whitaker. Those are the only two motherfuckers that wear goatees.
Ronald Whitaker? Who the fuck is
I'm
that?
talking about the goatees that fully connect. We're not talking about just this little shit. We're talking about the full square around your motherfucking mouth.
It's actually called a Van Dyke, by the way. The full mustache into under your chin. This is called a Van Dyke. It's technically not a goatee. A goatee is just this. The Van Dyke is the whole thing. Just for the record. So people are saying he's a UFC fighter. Oh, never heard of him. Don't know who you know. Watch
Fuck
UFC.
out of here, bro.
By the way, so we're 3 minutes into his response, and he hasn't actually responded. He hasn't said a word about anything I said. All he's done is insulted my looks for 3 straight minutes. No, I mean, really, has he said another word about anything besides my looks? I don't work out. I'm old. I have bad facial hair, and I'm not 6 feet tall, and I have a high-pitched voice. So all physical stuff, you know, literally hasn't said a word about anything that I said yet. It's interesting. Okay. Does he actually ever get to what I said?
Don't speak to me. If that nigga wants to rent me for his stream, yo, DSP, I'm gonna need 5 bands, bro.
Rent him for my stream. Yesterday, all I said was I was fascinated by watching his stream, and I would like to maybe do commentary over it, which is allowed if I want to do that. That's it. What is he talking about? I don't want to rent you. What? Where does he get these? Okay, genuine question. Are people telling this guy bullshit? Like, are people saying this to him? That he wants you on his stream? I don't want him on my stream. What is he talking about? I'm not trying to get him on my stream. Who's telling him this? I don't want him on my stream. I'm not going to rent him for my... You know what I'm saying? This is so stupid. I think people are feeding him bullshit, and he's just buying the bullshit instead of actually he didn't watch the video. He must not have watched it, right? I thought that what happened is he watched the video and then he did his response. That's not what this is then. This is just him talking out of his butt because he doesn't even know what people are talking about. Great.
I'm gonna need 5 bands. You could have gave me the 5 bands if you wouldn't have been too pussy to do the podcast.
5 what? 5 bands? What the hell is he talking about? I'm gonna do 5 bands.
50 racks.
50 racks? What the fuck is he? What is he talking about? 5 bands and 50 racks, dude. There's a language. I don't know if you've heard about it yet. It's called English. You might want to start using it. Like, you're talking to a public audience. You realize that, right? Like, I have no clue what the fuck this guy's saying right now. I mean, I guess this is some kind of lingo or you know, some kind of fucking, you know, what the fuck he's saying, dude. If you're talking to a group of friends and your group of friends all speak the same way, then you use that kind of language. If you're talking to a public audience, you use English so people understand what the fuck you're saying. What the fuck, racks and bands and fucking this shit. It's called money. So I think what he's saying is he wants me to pay him $5,000 to be in my content. And then he says that it's bad that I didn't take the... Why is he so... Here's another question. Why is he so hung up about the fact that I didn't take $50,000 to be on Keemstar's podcast? Why does he keep bringing that up? What does that have to do with anything, right? Literally, what does that have to do with anything? Nothing at all. It's my own personal decision if I want to be on a podcast or not. By the way, I didn't make that public. Keemstar did, right? That was not me that made that public. I wouldn't care about 50 grand or whatever. I was never going to talk about that publicly, you know? So... why is he bringing it up so much? You gotta wonder about that. Almost as if maybe he's a little jealous. Maybe he wanted to take 50 grand to be on a podcast. That's why he thinks it's so easy. Oh, it's an easy 50. I could have made that too. I wish I got offered that because I would have taken it, right? I mean, why else would he be fucking bringing it up so much? It's kind of weird.
Don't mention me again. There is no beef. There won't be any interactions. I don't even know why I'm speaking on this type of shit.
I agree there's no beef. I don't have beef with this guy. I don't know why he's like insulting me the way he is because I don't have beef with him. Like, I'm confused. I'm scratching my head as to why he's doing this rant video about my looks because I didn't say anything bad about the guy. I'm lost.
Focus on your sexy, bro. Focus on your health.
Focus on my sexy and focus on my sexy. Another male streamer wants me to focus on my sexy. I think you need to focus on yourself if you're so concerned about how other dudes look on their streams. Like, what is going on there? Why do you have such a focus on how I look on my stream? This is very weird. He actually said my sexy. He said sexy about me. That's disturbing. That's absolutely disturbing. I'm actually kind of freaked out right now, dude. I don't know. That's a little weird that you be saying something like that about another guy streamer, about his focus on your... Why do you care about focusing on my sexy, right?
You looking real pale and shit on stream. Like,
I'm white. How am I not supposed to look pale, bro? I'm white. I stream all day. Of course I'm looking pale. Holy shit.
Looking discombobulated. You still got that old ass camera.
No, I don't. See, hear what I mean? He's got crazy bad information. I don't have my old ass camera.
Fucked up ass lens.
I don't have a fucked up ass lens. My camera's very good right now.
Action figures in the back. Teddy bears.
That's my old setup, right? Before I started actually putting out nice 8-bit art, and people have really approved of my lighting and everything this year. He definitely has not seen a stream of mine recently. He basically just remembers the old hater shit. He hasn't seen anything recent. So he's talking out of his butt about my old setup, basically.
Like, worry about the poverty stream.
Oh,
I'm low tier guy. I don't know what the fuck you are. Like,
and I don't. That's another weird thing too. Like, poverty stream. Isn't poverty stream like? Isn't that a reference to the FGC? And what they say is basically like most people in the FGC who stream are basically they're not making a living doing it, and so they're just trying to scrape by or whatever, and so they call it poverty streaming and stuff like that. Like, I actually heard that term come up earlier this year when it was the whole Matcherino thing with Arturo, and Arturo was like, you know, the Street Fighter community, a lot of them is poverty, you know, status. We're not making big money doing this. We need, you know, a thing like Matcherino was helping tons, and the fact that it turned out that way was bad. So what is he talking about? He's talking about money? Like, and here's another weird misconception, right? Like, okay, so I went through a bankruptcy. That's correct. That was years ago. You know, I'm getting back on my feet now. Like, I really am. I'm starting to get back on my feet. This is good. You guys have been very supportive this year in all the endeavors that I've done, right? Where is the poverty status exactly? I'm a little concerned or confused, I guess I should say. Not concerned. I'm confused because, you know, I don't know what he's talking about. Poverty. What poverty streaming? I mean, what people do is they reference like a stream I did 4 years ago. The reveal of Jasper stream where I raised $1,000 on a stream and then I said, hey guys, guess what? I have a pet and he'll be in my streams from now on, right? Stuff like that. That stuff hasn't... When was the last time that I did an emergency fundraiser stream? 3-4 years ago, right? I don't do that stuff. I haven't... Since I started getting back on my feet, you know, became a full-time YouTuber or whatever, this hasn't happened in years. I've actively tried to stop with the overshilling and all of that. I'm trying to basically do my best here to improve. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to improve. I want to improve. All right? I don't want to basically, you know, be that person I was. But the thing is with my haters, all they'll do is talk about those days when all I talked about was income, right? So there you go. By the way, now I'm being told this guy, he has a filter on. Is this true? That he has a filter on him and he actually has hair? He's not bald and he actually has facial hair and he put a filter on his face? And is that true? He changed his appearance here? Is that true? Because again, I haven't seen this guy in ages. It's a filter. It's a bald and facial hair filter. The Restreamer uses the filter. Oh, the Restreamers put filters on his camera to make him look different? Oh, shit. That's interesting. So this isn't representative of how he really looks. Again, I wouldn't know. Here's the truth. Okay, here's the truth. When I was watching his stream the other night, okay, basically I couldn't make out the camera very well because his camera is set back when he's streaming the game, and like I couldn't even see him in detail. Like, I couldn't even see him in detail, so I couldn't tell what he really looked like. So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I wouldn't even know that that's different from his camera the other night. But again, that's a symptom of him kind of having a cluttered setup. If the camera's a little bigger, maybe I'd be able to figure this out, you know. But all right, fair enough. So that's not what he looks like. You guys are saying he has hair and facial hair, but this guy edited it out with a filter. Okay. Well, thanks for clearing that up.
Any fucking ways. There, clip that shit, send it to him, call it a day. Let's get back to what the fuck I was doing.
So there you go. He wanted that sent to me. But the weird part is that's 4 minutes. So now where's the other 6 minutes coming in? If he's done talking about me, where's the other 6 minutes going to come in, right? Ooh, Killer Instinct. The Racing soundtrack's great.
All right, when you say he was talking mad slick,
Oh, here we go.
what was he saying?
So now he wants to
How
know.
can you talk mad slick about me?
Oh, you can see the filter.
Let's hear what he was saying.
Look at the filter on his head. Yeah, look, the filter's appearing as he moves his head. Look at that.
He's gonna skip it. He's gonna skip that
I'm not
video
gonna
a bunch
give
of
it attention. I
times.
just want to know what he said.
So basically, people are sending him the video, the clip, and he's not watching it. And then the Restreamer's like, he's not going to watch it. He's just going to skip it.
If he watches the video,
Talking
he's
about my stream layout. What about it?
gonna skip it like crazy.
Yeah, so he didn't watch it all. He was just talking out of his ass. He had no clue what basically, he just went on a tirade insulting my looks and my stream setup and has no idea what I even talked about yesterday. That's fascinating. So he just went off for no reason. He didn't even know what I had said a word about him. He just like exploded about me, insulting me, and didn't even know what had happened yesterday. That's really remarkable. Wow. It's very level-headed.
What about it? What about my stream layout? Guys, what's wrong with my stream layout?
It's inefficient as hell, bro.
What's wrong with this stream layout? Well, I mean, let's say, should you really want me to talk about this? So let's say this chat under me is not real because I don't think he has two chats on his screen, right? All right, let's take a look. His entire top of his screen is completely cluttered. Look how much shit is on there. Like, take a look at mine that has one bar, and that's all you need to look at, and everything else is what I'm reacting to or with the game I'm playing. Like, literally, it's like, the game's here, your camera's here, the chat is here, there's a leaderboard up here, there's a scroll bar down here. It's like a fucking blinking Christmas tree. You have at no point do you have any idea where to look. Because, oh, huh, who, huh, what, huh, who, huh, huh, huh. And then the stuff has no use, like the chat. What is useful in that chat? I'm looking at the chat right now. He was saying you're trash at Street Fighter. Didn't say that, so that's a lie. We see the video he's banned on Twitch. Don't even know what you're talking about. Easy clap that snow rog ass. What? He said you're not higher in Diamond or Master. Thank you, trash. The fuck? What? I watched the same video. He didn't really say anything wild. Okay, one intelligent comment so far in the chat. You have a bunch of viewers and low support. Your mom thinks it's sexy. You play something. LTG will destroy Phil. I can get the clip. Speaking of layout, where did you get this moon background from? So you see what I'm saying? So out of that entire chat, one comment was worth putting on the screen, if that, and he could have just read it out. Like, I don't agree with these streamers who just put the chat on the screen like that, or those who do, sometimes they minimize it to a little corner. I've seen that. This is like a third of his stream is the chat. That's bad. You minimize that shit. For me, I refuse. People have asked for years to put it. I'm like, nah, I don't fucking want that shit on my stream. So some people are actually saying the top of the stream is actually the Restreamer. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, if that's the Restreamer. So what you're saying is the bottom is him. So anything from where his camera starts, okay, it's that square. Okay, got it. So at the top, he's in gifted memberships, or actually that's gifted subs, right? Because he's on Twitch. Okay, he's got a sub bar at the bottom. He's got a viewer. I don't see the point of viewer count. Anyone can see a public viewer count on any stream. All they got to do is join the stream. It's right there. There's no reason to have a public number shown like that. Like, I don't get that. What's the point of that? It doesn't prove anything just because you have viewers. I guess technically the theme song isn't that cluttered. But what my criticism was that when he's playing Street Fighter, the actual Street Fighter gameplay is too small. Like, if you take a look at his screen, that's literally a third to maybe you could even argue more than that of his screen is not the game. And what are people tuning in to see? The game, right? It's just, I want to see the game, and I can't see the game because there's fucking too much shit all over it, So, yeah, I would say it is kind of cluttered of a setup. He could improve it. Get rid of that chat. There's no reason to have that chat at all. Put more of the game on the screen for sure. I don't have much of the problem with the bottom is fine because the bottom is kind of, just something on the bottom of your screen. That's all right. But that chat has to go. Especially, again, like I said, when I was watching him play, everyone in the chat just being like a troll or being stupid or memeing, putting out emotes. It doesn't add anything to the stream. That's a legit criticism of his stream is that there's just too much clutter all over the screen. Just make it less cluttered.
So my stream layout, custom music when I play Street Fighter. What else?
That wasn't a criticism. I said it's fine. I said I don't like custom music. I prefer having the in-game music, but I complimented his music and said I actually liked his music selection. I like Killer Instinct soundtrack is badass. That's a good song for it, man.
I rage quit, which I don't do in Street Fighter 6.
Didn't say, I
else?
never said he rage quit. I said he quits to dashboard, and then he jumps back into the game, which is odd because it serves no purpose. So they're lying to him. See what I mean? His chat is outright lying to him and giving him misinformation, and he's reacting to things that didn't happen. I literally didn't say he doesn't rage quit at all. He didn't rage quit a single match. He quit to dashboard.
Bro, what's up with the 2014-15 shit? I rage quit? Like, who cares? Like, I don't even rage quit anyway, but who gives a
No,
flying
I didn't
capital
say you
fuck?
did.
Anything else?
See?
Hating on my
So everything
stream
he's
overlay?
responding to is wrong.
Alright, I got something for that, guys. Extremely grown-ass man, by the way. Like, go fuck some bitches or something, bro. Take that.
Who? Are you talking to me? Or is he talking to a chatter? Or is he talking to me? I don't even know who he's talking to now. If he's talking to me, I'm married. I don't need to go fuck some bitches. I'm married, dude. I'm good. I'm set in that regard.
Action figures and posters off your fucking wall. You see this aura? You see this ambiance that I have set?
You know what's
Now, I have to ask a question. What's actually behind him? Because is that fake? Is that a fake filter behind him? Because I don't know what's really behind him. I see a cat tree to the left. I don't know what that is on the floor to the right. Is that a fake setup behind him? Is that a filter? Or is that real? That is real. What's behind him is real. But the filter on him is what's fake. So let me get this straight. He's criticizing my stream setup that has pertinent artwork to the kind of games that I like. It's got ambient lighting that makes me stand out on the stream. And his background is a cat tree, a bunch of hexagons on a wall, and what appears to be a colorful heart-shaped pillow on the floor, right? But he's criticizing my setup. Like, what? If anything, you could say our setups are equally bad or whatever, but I don't see, like, how are you criticizing mine? Again, it sounds to me like he's got all outdated information. I will outright admit, last year, my camera looked like shit. My backgrounds, I was trying to improve them. They weren't that good. Now my stuff has got, I constantly say this, my setup now is better than I deserve. Like, for the level of streamer I am, the level of popularity I have, this background is much better than I even deserve, right? Like, you would expect this, I'm gonna be a streamer with thousands of viewers, and I got a couple hundred, right? So I'd be like, what is he talking about? He's completely talking out of his ass, completely outdated stuff. Like, what is he speaking on? Nothing. Everything he's saying is fake or wrong or outdated. Any criticism here, besides how I look, which again is still really bizarre.
what's funny about this shit?
Like,
Yeah,
it's
what's funny?
sexy.
Wait, what?
You know what's
Your
funny?
shit.
He's trying to make it seem like he didn't know about that video. The reason why he's giving this big ass reaction is because he knew about it. He knew about it and he was pissed already about this shit.
That
But
could
you know
be
how
true.
Dale is. Dale always has to make it seem he's not, you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't know about shit.
He could be right.
You know, he has his
That's
life
the
and stuff
Restreamer.
like that. It's complete bullshit, bro.
He could be
Complete
right.
fucking bullshit.
Because why would
This
why would he do 10 minutes on it if he doesn't even know what we're talking about? It's really weird, right?
Motherfucker been knew about that video, bro.
How Twitch works. You don't need donations to have a successful stream on Twitch. But I guess when you're not keen to business, when you turn down a $50,000 bag.
Here we go again. So I'm not keen to business because I turned down a $50,000 podcast that was never offered to me, would have roped me into a bunch of shit I never would have wanted to be roped into for the rest of my life. Why is he so obsessed with the podcast, this $50,000 Keemstar podcast? He wanted to be on that podcast so bad. When he heard that we all got offered that amount of money and he didn't, he is so heated about that and he's so pissed. He wants that bag so bad and he keeps bringing it up. Who the hell talked about that at all? Has nothing to do with anything. He's now mentioned it, 3-4 times during this about me? He keeps mentioning it. It's like, dude, there's a reason why you keep bringing it up. I never bring that shit up. He's bringing it up a ton, right? That's pretty crazy. But no, well, here's what I criticized. I said, if this guy has right now on this stream, 2,420 viewers supposedly, correct? Like, that's what he has. And, you know, he's got thousands of subs, I guess. Look, it says he has 3,000 subs. Good for him. I mean, really good for him. If he's got 3,000 subs, and they're all paying subs, he's making arguably 6,000, 7,000 a month just on subs on Twitch. Good for you. If that's your business model, then congrats. That's what I was asking. Like, that's literally what I was asking yesterday. I was saying, how does he operate? Because if he has that many viewers, right, then he must have, where's he getting the money from? Because I'm curious, I'm watching, and, this guy's here? Oh, IMMO342 is here, and he's clarifying. He says, I expand his cam with the filter enabled. What you see up top on the right-hand side with the 3 chats along with the bottom playlist is mine. So, bottom left-hand corner is his stream. Everything else is yours, and you got a filter on him so he looks like Steve Harvey. Okay. Because I was a little confused. All right, thank you for clearing that up. Thanks for the super chat, and thanks for clearing that up. Okay. All right, anyway, what was I saying now? Now I got distracted, but it's fine. He didn't mean to distract me. Shit. What was I saying? What was I in the middle of saying? We talked about the podcast. What was the other thing that he mentioned? Oh, how he makes money. No, that's what I was asking. Because I was like, dude, I don't get it. He's got 2,000 viewers on his stream, but literally no one was contributing. There were no super chats coming in. There were no text to speech. There's one text to speech in the entire hour highlight that I watched, and there was one membership, or not membership. They're subs on Twitch, right? So I'm watching this. I'm like, dude, he's got a 2,000 viewer stream, but he's not really making anything. And I was looking at his chat, and his chat seemed to be very, very upset with him. And we're like making fun of him. Every time he played the game, there was a bunch of fucking memes and emotes and things making fun of him. But then as soon as he stopped playing the game, they're going back to being nice to him again. Like they're only doing it when he's playing. So he can't really see it. You know what I'm saying? So that was all I was asking. Listen, if this guy has 3,300 paid subs on Twitch, and he's making roughly $250 each, this guy's making bank. He's making like $7,000 a month just on subs, right? That's good. So you know what? More power to you. If you're making a living doing that, good for you. Congrats. But that was the question I was posing, because that was not, by the way, that number was not on his stream when I was watching it. So you had no idea how many subs he had. So I didn't understand. That's what the question I was posing is, where is he making that money from? Because if he's doing this for a living and no contributions are coming in doing a 2,000 viewer stream, then something's wrong. But if it's all subs, then that makes sense. Makes sense. Got it. Thumbs up, I understand. Fair enough. So, out of this entire response, 6.5 minutes. My God, there's still 3 minutes left. 6.5 minutes. I've got one piece of information that's pertinent. I got one answer. So, at least something good came out of this. Now I understand. Good for him. Okay.
For sitting on your fucking ass?
But again, he's talking about the podcast.
You really can't speak to me, bro.
Beef, exactly, bro.
You know what? I know what it is.
I can't speak to LTG because I don't want to be like an indentured servant to Keemstar for the rest of my life. That makes perfect sense, of course.
Like, you know what? I'll just diss Low Tier God and maybe I'll get some of his trolls in my stream, and my stream will pick up.
I didn't diss Low Tier God. Literally, it was a very neutral observation about his stream. I was looking for information. I wasn't looking to insult the guy whatsoever. I was trying to be very neutral, and I agreed with a ton of things that he said about Street Fighter 6. Like, it couldn't be further from the truth. He did not watch the clip at all. He's just talking out of his ass.
Get this, bro. Focus on that hairline, bro. How about this? Your next stream goal?
Here we go.
Should say, Turkey transplant hairline trip. So
you're talking about why are you talking about my looks? Who cares about how I look? I can come out with a paper bag on my head. I can come out looking like Jabba the Hutt. Like, who cares about... dude, I'm a game streamer. You understand? I'm not in a modeling agency. I'm not trying to be in fucking the Barbie movie, right? Why are you so hung up on looks? I'm really at a loss. You realize you're a streamer too. Maybe that... Oh shit. Oh, maybe we touched upon... Maybe he doesn't realize he's a streamer. Does he think that he's like a movie star or something? I mean, does he... To him, everything is about looks, right? It's like, dude, like, you're a streamer too. Like, everything you're saying, do you really... I'm curious, does he think that the reason that he has viewership is because of how he looks? That people think he's attractive and that's why they're coming to his streams? Is that legit why he thinks he has 3,000 subs on Twitch? Like, if he became a schlub tomorrow, that he'd lose all of that? No. That's not why people are watching you. I think you need to do a little research. That's pretty weird, right? Really. I'm being told he wanted to get into Hollywood, but he can't act. He's a wannabe actor. House Gang says, it's funny, he's making fun of your age. He was going to turn 41 this year. He's actually the same age as you. I mean, okay. Listen, can we compare apples to apples here? Yes, LTG is more physically fit than me. Yes, LTG is better looking than me. I think he is, okay? But I don't see the point. Like, again, what is he talking about? What does any of that have to do with anything? It's kind of like someone says, hey, so, you know, I have a few things to say about something, and then they say, well, by the way, I'm better looking than you. Huh? What are you talking about? Well, I just want to start the conversation. I'm better looking than you. Okay, I guess you got that on me. I don't know that's what we were talking about. I'm a little confused why you would bring that up. It's almost like he thinks he just has that on everyone, right? And so he projects that. Like, the only thing he has to say, he has to immediately assert his dominance in a situation. And what's the one dominant thing he has? Well, I work out a lot, and I'm good looking, so I just immediately have to throw that out there and say that because I have the dominant position now because I'm better than you. You do realize no one cares, right? Like, no one cares how you look. No one cares how I look. No one gives a shit, you know? No one. No one cares. I'm a gameplay streamer. If I came out here looking like fucking Brad Pitt or John Stamos or any of the guys you probably think are attractive currently, no one would give a shit. I wouldn't get an increase in viewership. No one would care. No one's tuning into Dark Side Phil to see me be Sexy Side Phil. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? This is so confusing. The things that he's saying here is bizarre. Just straight up bizarre.
We can rebuild your fucking hairline.
He's pissed, bro. He's mad.
Yeah,
right
why
now.
is he talking about my
Shouldn't be
hairline?
speaking
My
to
hairline's
him.
been fucked up forever. If you actually go back in the history of me, you'll all see my hairline. When I started in 2008, my hairline was fucked up. My hairline's always been fucked up. Since I was a kid, my hairline was fucked up. What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with streaming?
A crispy, symmetrical jawline, crispy hairline.
How would I... Again, he's complimenting himself, right? He's so vain. He's like such a vain individual. I have to compliment myself and how I look. No one cares about how you look or I look. No one gives a shit about that on the internet.
Chiseled, crispy skin, peanut butter complexion.
What does that
It's
mean? What does peanut butter complexion... I have an answer to this one. What does peanut butter complexion mean? I want to know. What does that mean? When I think peanut butter, you want to know what I think about? I think about like Jif chunky peanut butter and like smearing it on your face and having like big chunks of peanut, like big fucking pimples all over your face and shit, like big acne all over. That's what I think about. I think peanut butter complexion. I'm thinking like big lumps and shit all over your face. That's what, you know, I don't see that as a compliment. What is a peanut butter complexion? Keep the peanuts off your body. Peanuts are to eat, not to be thinking about that's what your skin's made of. That's fucking weird, man. That's weird shit.
Gym daily, body to kill for, height that heightens.
The other funny thing about this is, let's also, very, very frank, all right? He's tall. Okay. He's handsome. Okay. He's physically fit. Okay. Fair enough. 3 positives. I'll even go as far as say I agree with those fucking things. All right. I'll give him some credit. I'll give him a compliment. All right. Out of those 3 things, how many of those does he control? 1, he's physically fit. He was born tall. He didn't choose to work to grow. He's just tall. He's naturally tall. He didn't mold his face like a sculptor. Look at the skill that I had. These are things that he's complimenting himself on that he never earned. They were handed to him when he was born. Yet he acts like they're like the end all be all of his existence. Look at all this greatness that I am. But you didn't earn it. You just have it. Look what I looked like when I was born. I look like a fucking big, swollen, bloated corpse, right? I look like a piece of meat that you soaked in your fucking sink overnight in water. Look at the jowls on my face. This is how I look. I can't fix that. That's how I look. I'm ugly. Big fucking deal. People who aren't all about that realize it's not a big deal. But for you, like, dude, you were born that way and you act like that's like some big accomplishment. You work out. Good for you. That actually is an accomplishment. Having a set routine, physical fitness, that's actually to be applauded and respected that you have that discipline. Discipline can be very hard in life. To have that kind of discipline and you got a routine, obviously you're physically fit. Good for you. But everything else, you didn't earn it. You were just handed it. So you're handed a gift, right? And now all of a sudden, like, everyone's supposed to kiss your butt because of these things you didn't earn. Dude, why? Like, that's nothing. Like, of all the checklist things you have for, what do I look for when I'm looking for a good streamer? Man, they gotta be tall. Oh, man, they gotta have a peanut butter complexion. Man, they gotta, they gotta have all perfect hairline. That's exactly what I look for in a streamer. I don't care what kind of content they're putting out. I don't care if anything's worth a shit on their stream. I don't care about their layout or if I'm having a good time. Yo, Give me that fucking perfect hairline and the peanut butter complexion. I'm on that stream throwing thousands of dollars at that person. What are you talking about? You're nuts. You're actually nuts. You're fucking out of your mind. The fact that this is what you bring up to try to have a one-up on someone is ridiculous. Bring up actual accolades you've earned, something good you've done in your life, something a distinction that makes you good on the internet. Why do you have 3,000 subs? If there's a good reason, bring it up. Bring up something actually positive that you earn. That should be applauded, that you're getting 2,000 viewers on a stream and you're getting 3,000 paid subs on Twitch. Why are you not bringing that up? Why are you talking about your hairline and your fucking skin? No one cares about your fucking skin except you. You're the only one. It's like you live in your own little tunnel. And in the tunnel, all that it is a bunch of mirrors reflecting back at you, your own face. And you just can't stop looking. You know what he is? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you want to know who LTG is? He's the Black Johnny Bravo. He is so obsessed with himself, and everyone around him is laughing, but he doesn't get the joke. He thinks that this is like actually his focus in life is his looks and how good he looks, and then he can't understand that everyone else is laughing at him every time he mentions it. No one cares about how you look, bro. No one. Wow.
I don't even need to say the rest. Who we talking about? This Walmart NPC that I would just pass by when I'm picking up some fucking walnuts. Bro, get this.
I'm an NPC he would walk by when he's picking up walnuts. Wait a minute. Why are you going to Walmart to buy walnuts? Hold on a second here. He's supposed to be the pristine being, the Adonis, right? Why are you going to Walmart to buy walnuts, bro? Shouldn't you be going to like some green store? Shouldn't you be going to like fucking Whole Foods to pick up your green drink and your fucking protein powders and all your shit for your fitness? Why are you buying walnuts at Walmart and walking by me, my NPC ass at Walmart? You want to know where you won't ever see me? Walmart. I don't go to fucking Walmart. Apparently you do.
I'm not. We don't need to. I don't even know why I elaborated on it that much.
I don't either, because literally the one thing he said that was pertinent was, I make a living other than contributions. I got all these subs. That was the one thing that was pertinent that made sense. Literally nothing else in the 7.5 minutes that he said had any application to me whatsoever. Nothing.
Pull it up. I really don't give a fuck about this dude. I don't know what his beef is.
You don't give a fuck about me, you wouldn't have talked about me for 7.5 minutes.
Focus on Boogie or some shit, or Wings. Don't you have a podcast to do for 50 bands?
He brought it up again. Can someone get a count? Can someone count in this clip, this 10-minute clip, how many times he mentioned the Keemstar podcast? What the hell is it? Dude, this guy is obsessed with that podcast. He so wanted to be on that podcast. So bad. He's so jealous and upset that he didn't get offered that money to be on the podcast, right? And he's talking about Boogie and Wings. I don't care about Boogie and Wings, right? I don't. You guys over the years have asked me to have association with them. As you guys know, I'm happy to just do shit for myself, to not have collabs and stuff. I'm not about that. I'm not about jumping over and doing collabs and shit. Why did I reach out to LTG to see if he wanted to play Street Fighter 6? Because you guys asked me to. That's why. It's the only reason. I'm happy to do my own shit. I'm not desperate to do collabs. When's the last time I did one? What are you fucking talking about? He thinks like I'm so desperate to be jumping on other people, so I don't care. What are you talking about?
How are you too pussy to accept 50 bands?
How is it pussy? Think about what he just said. Too pussy to accept 50 bands? Again, 50 bands is fucking... What is he talking about? It fucking sounds like an MTV countdown marathon or something. Not 50 bands, $50,000. I wasn't offered the 50K. Didn't happen, okay? None of this happened. It's all fabricated. It's nonsense. None of it exists, all right? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm so confused. And again, pussy? No. The pussy move would have been the moment you're offered money, you just take it with no consideration of the big picture, your future, how it benefits you, how it benefits your viewers, how it benefits your family. I thought of all that shit. I sat down with my wife. We had a big conversation about it and how, yeah, short-term gain, it would have helped us out, and how long-term it could have completely ruined my internet presence and made it so that I could no longer make the kind of content that I want to make, because all that would happen is that all my fans would be negatively impacted, and that basically I'd have to become a non-stop drama idiot on the internet to get any kind of attention and make a living doing this, which I don't want to do. So, again, I put thought into it. The pussy move would have been just be an idiot and just fucking agree to it because you're desperate for money, instead of actually having the balls to turn down an offer that you know would help you in the short term, but long term would be bad, but having the balls to turn that down. This man is showing right here, he would have none of that at all. If someone offered him 50 grand right now, he would immediately have just jumped on it. This guy, who knows what it would have been. If someone offered him 50K to wear a fucking banana suit running around the streets, he probably would do that, right? I mean, Jesus. It's $50,000. It's not, especially, dude, you're bringing in on a monthly basis, all right, 6 to 7 grand. In a year, you're probably clearing 100K. Someone's offering you 50K for a podcast, and this is so big to you. Well, I mean, it's not like this guy, like he's talking about poverty status. He's not poverty status. So why is he so worried about a 50K podcast? Like, why is that a big deal to him? It doesn't make any sense. What he's saying makes no sense at all. I'm so confused.
How does that work?
How does what work?
We played the Tekken beta already.
Is that it? Why is it 2 more minutes if that's it? What else is he gonna say?
Yeah, it's just basically him trying to steal my clout, whatever. But I hope it works because
what clout?
Your shit's looking.
First of all, what clout am I trying to steal? What benefit do I get? How many insane amount of contributions did I get on today's stream? I think I got like 4 super chats, totaling maybe $15. Right? I'm not doing anything for clout. Literally, I'm not allowed to watch a piece of content like anyone else is legally on the internet. I can't just watch a stream and make just very neutral comments on it. Apparently, it's not allowed because I'm Dark Side Phil. I'm not allowed to do anything. Everything else, everyone else can do that, not me. Right? Now I can do whatever the fuck I want. You know, really, I can do whatever the fuck. I'm not trying to steal your clout. What clout do you have? Really, like what benefit do I have at all from having interaction with you? The one thing, here's the truth. Here's the absolute truth. The one thing that would benefit, I feel, both of us would be to have a match or a series of matches in Street Fighter 6, right? And he uses his best and I use my best, and we just go at it and we have a good time. And there's no bullshit. There's no shit talk. It's just a fun match because the internet likes that kind of shit. They like internet rivalries, right? And I think that people on both sides, his fans, my fans, his haters, my haters, would all eat it up and love it. And the thing is, there's no middleman fucking it up. There's no Keemstar orchestrating his puppetry into the situation. It would just be the two of us having a match that everyone would enjoy. He'd probably benefit. I'd probably benefit. We'd get views. We'd probably get contributions. People would love that, right? There's literally, it's a win-win situation. Even if you lose, who cares? I'm not some fucking pro player. I don't care if I lose. You're not a pro player. Do you care if you lose? I mean, I watched your stream. You were constantly getting pummeled and fucking ranked, and you were quitting to dashboard. It doesn't seem like you really care too much about wins and losses, which is fine. That's admirable. If you're not trying to say you're the best Street Fighter 6 player out there, why does it matter if you win or lose a fucking online exhibition match? It doesn't matter. None of it matters. None of this matters, right? So that's the only thing of anything that I would ever be interested in. I don't want to ride your coattails. I don't need to get clout from you. What clout do I get from LTG? Zero. I didn't even know about you until people started telling me they were calling you the Black DSP. Yes. So if anything, you were getting clout off of my name back in the day. Maybe that's why you're so upset, because you didn't want part of that. I had nothing to do with that. You gotta stop trying to project that shit on me. I didn't call you Black DSP. I don't even know who the hell you were from a hole in the wall. I don't give a shit. All right? But I have the right to watch a stream and make general comments. Like, why are you so upset? Why are you so butthurt? And why do you care about how I look? It's fucking bizarre. Why don't you contact Keemstar about a podcast? Please, go do it. Then maybe he'll shut up about it.
Poverty, bro. This shit's looking real poverty. Anyway, let me go back to what I was doing. Guys, don't tell me nothing else about this fucking weirdo speaking on me.
But it still goes on.
The only way he would know if I keep hitting the dashboard in 6, if it's... There's some shit I can't even say. Let's just keep it tasteful. The only reason he would know I'm still hitting the dashboard on 6 because I don't want to watch long-ass super moves is if he's watching my stream.
I watched one. I admitted it. I watched the one stream. That was the point of what I was commenting on. I had finally watched one. It showed up randomly in my feed, and I said, what the fuck? And I just clicked on it, and I was fascinated. Because, again, I don't understand what's the point of quitting to dashboard. I don't want to watch the super animation. Then don't play the game. The game is full of super animations. If they bother you so much, then play something else.
With his meat out, beating it like he was caught on stream. But matter of fact, I don't even think he was really beating his meat on stream.
What?
I think that was a failed attempt at trying to make some buzz around his name, bro.
What?
The dude fake masturbated in front of the fucking camera.
Yes. Oh, I'm glad I played it to the end. We almost missed it because I thought we were done. We almost missed it. Yes, I fake masturbated. Oh my. Oh my word. I mean, how do you even respond to that? That's lunacy. It's literally, out of all the things that have happened to me in my life, it's obviously going to be the most embarrassing moment that's ever happened to me in my life. I will never live it down. There will always be people who remember me for that, correct? And there's nothing I can do about it. But I've learned to live with it and laugh at it. It's not a big deal. You don't bring it up all the time because it was a stupid, silly mistake. But why would I have fabricated it? What in the fuck are you talking about? You are insane. Like, what? Really, what would the benefit have been? I mean, if I'd reacted to it wrong, that would have been the end of me on the internet, right? Now imagine if I had completely, utterly, 100% said it never happened, right? Or that would have been nuts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when shit like that happens, I'm gonna fess up to it. It's public. It's right there. I'm not stupid, right? Like, that literally could have been the end of everything, right? And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna fess up to it. I actually got some really good advice too about it, that I should just fess up to it and roll with it and make jokes about it, which I did, right? But why? I don't understand. What is your reasoning that you think he says I was gonna get something positive out of it and it didn't work? What positive thing would I have gotten out of that? What are you? This guy has some really weird notions. So he thinks the only way you could be a good streamer or a streamer worth talking to is if you're really good looking and you work out and you're tall. Anytime you're offered money, you should just take it, regardless of the repercussions. Just take it, or you're stupid. And you can benefit from publicly masturbating. These are some interesting factoids we're learning about LTG today. It's an interesting psych profile that's being put together here, to say the least. Okay.
For clout. And it didn't even work.
For clout!
What dude does this when they're masturbating?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I can't stop laughing now. That's pretty good. He literally reenacted it. That's pretty funny. Here's the actual funny part about it all. All right, that happened to me once. I literally had no clue the camera was on. Literally, it was just shocking to me that the camera was on. Oh shit. So obviously the things that happened were unconscious. That was not a conscious thought to look like that or act like that on a camera, right? It's just unconsciously acting like that during a private act. How many other people have impersonated me doing that? What's more embarrassing? Impersonating someone who's masturbating on purpose because you actively chose to try to put on your real O-face, or actually just, doing it by accident once? Like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to fucking impersonate me masturbating, bro? Oh my god. Hi, hi.
Anyways,
Oh yeah, there's his hair. There's his real hair. You can see it. So the filter finally cut off there. You can actually see his real hair. Dude, it's crazy what you can do with filters these days. That looks. I mean, it looks realistic, doesn't it? I would swear that was real if I wasn't told that was a filter.
There's your clout. Now use some of that money you might get off reacting to my shit to rebuild your fucking hairline.
All right, I'll take the. Hold on. I will take the. I made $48 of super chats. I'll take the $48 of super chats to go buy some Rogaine to regrow my hair because it's so important to me. Holy shit. How about this? All right? All right. How about this? Take some of the money you make every month from your 3,000 paid subs on Twitch and go see a fucking psychiatrist about your problems that you project onto others. No one cares about how a streamer looks. No one. I don't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't care about the podcast I turned down. You shouldn't care about my camera quality. You shouldn't care about any of that shit. Go work on yourself in your glass house before you start throwing stones at people out of it. Dude, why do you think you have 2,000 people on your stream? Because people love you? No, it's because, like I said, you're the Black Johnny Bravo. People laugh at you because you're so obsessed with looks, other people's looks, your looks. Nobody gives two fucks about your looks. They care about when you're playing Street Fighter 6 and you get your ass whooped and you quit to the dashboard because you're so embarrassed to see your character die during the round that you blacklist every character. Like, seriously, pretty sure if he keeps going the way he's going in Street Fighter 6, there's going to be 2 players left he can play. They're going to be 2 monks living in the fucking mountains of Tibet because they're the only 2 people left he didn't blacklist. How's he going to play the game? It's absolutely ridiculous, the way this guy behaves, right, when he's playing the game. And I was fascinated by it, and I was genuinely asking questions about it. That's it. You know, that's all I wanted to know. I didn't insult the guy. I don't care about his hygiene or how he fucking looks. This guy's nuts.